Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Vanessa. In today's video, I am going to be doing a little vlog because I have an author interview with Sylvia Morrow, who is one of the attending authors for Monster Erotica-Con. So I have picked out a good variety of her books to read, and I thought that today especially, so today is August 30th, and my bestie Brie and I are literally about to do alien smut sprints. So we are going to be reading a couple books today. So on my list today I have saved Finding His Daha, I don't know how to say this word, Daha. It's book 1 in this series, and I'm sure that maybe in the book it'll tell us how to pronounce that, but this one's only 57 pages. And then book 2 I'm hoping to read after that. It's called Savior. That one is a little bit longer, so it's 97 pages. And the last book that I want to read today is called Alien Mannequin, and this one is only 37 pages. So I think I'm gonna start with Alien Mannequin first. I'm gonna give you a little summary of what this book is about. So it says Molly Ahn spends her time fantasizing about things, odd things, mannequins, wishing for more time to be close to her cold, unmoving lover. Unbeknownst to her, she'll get her wish soon. Only thing is, he'll be from a lot farther away than she expects, be moving a lot more, and be a hell of a lot hotter. He has an Easter basket full of what he needs to save his planet. Can he fulfill his duty to his people? And can he fill Molly while he does it? Okay. So Alien Mannequin is meant for readers 18 and up, and it does say to check the content warnings on Sylvia Morrow's social media accounts. So this is not a book for under 18, but it sounds like it'll be a very funny, like humorous erotica kind of book. And I suggested to Brie that we take turns reading out loud, because we did that last time when we did our smutty weekend when I was visiting her, and it was freaking hilarious. Like, I think it turned out way better. So I will see what she says, and maybe we'll like phone call each other while we're on sprints and stuff, and we'll like just read to each other and have a good freaking fun time. But that'll be my first book, and then when I get into the other books I will tell you a little bit about what those will be.
Positing. Lay an egg or eggs.
That's what oviposition.
That's what Kendall says.
Oh, that's what it said?
From zoology. Especially of an insect, lay an egg or eggs.
Oh, the act of laying eggs. Okay. Other content notes. Being tied up against your will. Pregnancy. Discussion of potential for non-con or dub-con. Okay.
Oh.
You ready? Our kind needs a special sort of mating, and not many in the galaxy are compatible, but these meat sacks somehow are. Unfortunately, if we mate with them directly, they explode. Pity.
What?
So we need to possess a secondary skin.
This is gross.
The substance we're able to control is called plastic. Oh my gosh. It's almost time to begin. You can be Molly.
Oh, okay, I'll be Molly. Molly. Finally, work is done. The spring sale was absolute hell to work. Customers, I don't know what I'm doing. Customers were incredibly rude, and as always, they can't read for shit. A sign would clearly say sweaters half off, and some lady would be angry that the pants next to them were full price. I'm the store manager now, which means I get to be alone when the place closes. That's weird. And that means I get to be alone with the mannequins. What the fuck?
Okay, so I'm sure I put some little clips in, but Brie and I finished reading Alien Mannequin, and it was freaking hilarious. It was so funny. I'm gonna settle on 3 stars for that one. It was just like a laugh out loud, hilarious time, very WTF at moments. Some of it get a little like scientific with how like the process of breeding and stuff. A little cringy at points, but it wasn't bad. I enjoyed myself, so don't think a 3 stars bad. I had a fun time, and I think it was even more fun because Brie and I were reading out loud to each other. Like, we called each other on the phone while we were streaming, and I think just like that was like one part of the enjoyment factor, and then like hearing each other read in these funny voices, that was another factor in the enjoyment. So we did just start reading Saved, Finding His Staha. I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, but it is told between the perspectives of Quinn and Meg. So it says, for Quinn, I've traveled the universe for years, searching for my perfect mate, my Staha. After crash landing in her backyard, I finally found her. She's supposed to be mine, but instead, she's married to an abusive man who doesn't love her, and worse, she's loyal to him. She deserves the world, and I will spend the rest of my days proving that to her. And then for Meg, it says, I'm terrified about what my husband will do to the gorgeous purple alien who appeared in my backyard, or to me when he finds out. But Quinn is hurt, and he tells me there's one certain way I can save him. He says giving in to this mating bond or whatever he keeps talking about will heal him faster. If I do, my husband will kill me. And if I don't know how I can survive knowing I let slip my one chance at freedom. All I've ever wanted is to be saved. But do I even deserve it? This one is only 57 pages, and it does have a couple of content warnings. It says verbal abuse by spouse, slipping on the stairs, reference to losing virginity when drunk, sex or die, physical violence between strangers, being self-conscious of one's own physical appearance. So, those are your content warnings.
Quinn says, putting the device back into his waistband with a growl. He lifts his hands, inspects his claws, and raises his head. Meow. Next thing I know, Quinn's moved in a flash. Fred has claw marks down the side of his face.
Hello. And the last book that we read together is called Savior, and this one is a little bit longer, so it's about 97 pages, and this is the second book in that Finding My Staha series, and this is with the best friend of Meg named Agnes, and then I guess it's Quinn's best friend too, Zeph. Maybe it's just a friend. I'm not sure if it's best friend. Okay, but it says, for Agnes, I've only ever wanted 2 things, a little respect and to meet an alien. Oh boy, have my dreams come true today in the form of a sexy yellow male on my farm. Then he asks if I want to go to space with him. Space! I can hardly believe my ears. I can't wait to go, and not just because I want to explore the galaxy. That alien is mighty fine looking, and I'd like to explore him too if he'd give me a chance. Yeehaw! For Zeph, it says nothing matters but saving my friend Quinn, and then my secret mission. The universe has taken everything else from me. Who am I kidding? I'm the one responsible. I can't blame the universe. Quinn says finding love, finding our Stahas is everything. I think he's a fool. He may deserve love and a family, but not me. There will be no such luxuries for a male with my past. There is no savior for someone like me. Okay, so I liked Savior more than I liked Saved, and maybe that was because there were more pages to it, but it felt like, well, for one, Agnes was just, she was a hoot. And because Brie and I read to each other and we kind of made like voices for each of the characters, I think we had a really good time. I think my experience was enhanced because we were kind of attributing these voices to these people. So Agnes was this like real Southern girl, and we gave her this Southern twang. And every time she said, yeehaw, that's how we did it. So that was fun. And then there was also like a little bit more depth to Savior. Like there were some scenes where after we finished reading, we were like, oh, that was actually like really touching. Like it wasn't just a whole book about smut. Like, yes, that stuff happened, but it was like, you can't just go around generalizing, killing a bunch of people because one person did something bad. So it was, you know, there were some morals to things, and then they kind of explained some of the anatomy of how the sexual acts would work and stuff. So that was kind of interesting. So it was a little gross, but like, I think that Savior was my favorite out of those 3 alien books that we read. So I am actually about to start reading a different book called Goat Girl, and I believe this is one of the books that Sylvia actually suggested that I read. So I'm gonna read this one today. It's 105 pages, and I know my friend Laura is gonna buddy read this one with me as well. And Laura is gonna do a vlog on some different books. We're gonna buddy read Goat Girl, but I know that they are going to read a couple of other Sylvia Morrow books as a little taste test, so don't forget to go check out Laura's video as well. But here's the little synopsis for Goat Girl. He said he'd never met a mashie until he fell for me. Superheroes are real. Unfortunately, so are supervillains, and one turned me into a goat girl. I have no idea what this book's about. Since the big mashup, things have been pretty tough for us mashies, or those who got stuck being half animal. I lost my home and my dreams. Now I'm working minimum wage, dealing with a public that sometimes wishes I didn't exist. And then he walks into my life. The sexiest man who's ever ordered a drink from me. Liam Jemison, an entomologist working to help solve lingering issues from the mashup. He tells me I'm the most beautiful woman he's ever seen. His kisses make me feel like I'm on fire, and every touch has me aching for more. He says he wants me and likes everything about me. It feels real, but can I risk trust in a world like this? Can I believe in heroes when the world treats me like a villain? I don't know, that sounds kind of interesting. So I am going to get into that one, and hopefully I really enjoy it. So I'll update you with my thoughts at the end, because I don't have any cool B-roll footage to put in here, since I don't have the physical book, and it would just be me like staring at a screen. But yeah, I will tell you what my thoughts are soon, hopefully. Okay, so I'm like 2 chapters into Goat Girl, and it's kind of interesting so far because obviously you find out that the main character is mashed up with a goat, so they're called mashies. Her mom was mashed up with her uncle, so she's essentially got like 2 people in her head. So just kind of an interesting little thing that happened so far. So I just finished Goat Girl, and I will say that I liked the story overall. Probably gonna land somewhere on 3.75 stars. There were a couple of things that I really liked about it, like there was a lot of body positivity and accepting someone for who they are despite like this whole mashup thing happening. Anyway, so there is one particular thing that I was thinking as I was reading this book of like, does this kind of like cross the lines of bestiality? And the answer is, I guess it depends on who you ask, but probably not, because she explains in the book that while she has a goat head, she has a human body. So I feel like not really. Anyways, one thing I really didn't like about this book though was Jill, the main female character slash goat. She runs off twice without communicating stuff to Liam, like her feelings or her thoughts or whatever. And one of the things that Liam does, he's the main male character, is he actually confronts her about it and says, hey, like, that's not cool. Like, I need you to communicate with me. Like, I am going to be here for you, but I need you to, like, talk to me. You can't just run off like that. And I like that because you don't see that too often in romance books. You don't see that main character confronting the other person about their miscommunication. But yeah, so overall, I really enjoyed my experience of reading Sylvia Morrow books. And I like, just kind of as I go into a lot of these sentient object or weird smut books, I have no idea what to expect, but I was actually pleasantly surprised with almost all of them. I really liked the alien ones a lot. I think like the plot among each of them was pretty good for short novellas. Like I try to think about that too, is that like you have, you know, 100 pages or less and you're trying to write some romance and some plot, and you can only do so much. So I really liked those stories, and would love to read more by Sylvia Morrow, and I'm very excited to interview her on Saturday. So if you are interested in reading any of her books, definitely check them out. I will link her website and everything below, all of her like socials and whatnot, and then I'll also link Laura's video so you can get some kind of like inside scoop on other Sylvia Morrow books that I didn't read in my vlog. So anyways, thanks for clicking on today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you got this far in the video and don't really have anything else to say, leave me maybe like an alien emoji because of the alien books were my favorite in this vlog. But I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!